left a long time ago.
I will charge the enemy with cavalry.
Must be needing an option. Irish pizza's quite a view. Sweating like we hold to. Nearly throws us so to. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
But I can barely stand and just stand over that.
I think they're all everyone's drunk.
I'm filled with grief.
Talk to what to celebrate with the guests.
So roast was calling out for me. Begging to be eaten.
I couldn't
Not.
Oh putain! Baron Vacuum.
About the girls or the piglet.
fucking bag of nuts. I'd rather eat
Charlie Liechtenstein.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only, there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
And a jug of wine.
They got by without it so far. They'll be fine. Look.
Celebrate with the guests.
About the girls or the piglet.
How'd you like a wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels! Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence. Give me 100 knights in full armor.
That's funny.
What does it matter? We reached an agreement, but it's going to take time to raise an army.
Just a bit longer.
Aye, you already said that.
I still can't wait for that ginger cunt.
That's funny.
Strong words. I thought your Alicia was brown-haired, though.
Come on, someone will see us.
Fucking singers, man. I won't. Mildly come here.
All right.
But when it comes to affairs of state,
You're right about singers.
flashes out like there's
The
no
sooner
tomorrow.
he's gone. Sooner life returns to his
To the contrary, old ghost. Half of us only came here for the feast.
Greetings. And with you.
But when it comes to affairs of state, he splashes out like there's no
Queen did this.
I thought your Alicia was brown.
I couldn't resist you either.
Well, I want the cape. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. And you should not curse either.
See? You talk exactly the same as our whole living lives.
You're wrong. The battle. He's gone. And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
You're talking bollocks. Once the Obs raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven.
Yeah, but there's wine down here.
Good
All
day.
day long, they're trying to agree on something.
Torch, that's good. Milk. Wait, what's this? Take the wine. Take the bread.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Let's go celebrate with the guests first. I know where to find the wine, though.
And I say, get over here now!
You're considering how much Martin bragged
Yes?
First you ridicule me in front of Alder, and now I find out you're sneaking around my house like a thief?
I should have known you'd turn your servants into snitches.
And you're as drunk as a fiddler to boot.
And I intend to get even more drunk. Anyway, I have to go for some more wine.
My wine?
A distinguished guest's wish.
I'll see about that. And you, get out of my sight. You reek of booze. Just look at him.
But you can hardly stand straight, Martin.
Bullocks. You're changing the subject, so you don't have to admit I'm right. Conrad, my friend.
Good evening, my esteemed lady. I haven't yet had the opportunity to make your acquaintance.
No matter. I know who you are. Although Martin hardly spoke of you. From what I heard, I could conjure up a pretty good picture.
Would you kindly introduce your two companions?
This is Lady Christina, second wife of Lord Binyek of Nostitz. She's standing in for him here today. Nice to meet you, sir.
Pleasure. Oh, that's funny.
How come your husband didn't come?
Because he's been rotting for nearly a year in the king's captivity.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom. I pray that God shall return him to you soon.
I've been praying for it since the day I got word of his captivity. Perhaps worldly powers will come to our aid once the promised army turns up. One hopes.
What's your opinion of the outcome of today's assembly?
That it's about time. Although at the onset it looked like everyone here would carry on arguing like fishwives at the market. But in the end, it seems the agreement arrived at will bear fruit.
It's rather noisy here, Mom. Don't you think?
It is, a bit. But that's all part of celebrations, and today we have cause for celebration, don't we?
Wouldn't you prefer a little privacy? I'll gladly escort you.
Restrain your ardor. You're not the first to try and lure my girls somewhere out of my sight. If you want to amuse yourself with them, I insist on being present. Or you may be on your way.
But I had no wish to.
And while you're on your way, we're quite thirsty from all this constant chit-chat.
Do I look like a servant to you?
No, but surely you wouldn't leave these young ladies to suffer thirst. Be so kind to bring us another pitcher of wine. I don't know what's in those kegs, and I don't intend to try it out.
My boots of fellows is no pony.
Gracious, you couldn't think of a fancier name?
At least you can tell by the name that the horse is immensely valued.
Having a good time?
It's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the same.
No. I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. What else?
Let's make it 50 groschen to spice things up.
Nice. If I'd known you had that kind of coin on you, I'd have pinched it long ago.
One, two, three. 1, 2. Damn. Can't see. 2, 1, 2, 3. Scoring continued. Five, 2, 6, 6. Damn. Oh.
God be with you.
Just need the most ones. Something's gonna bust here. Damn. Shit, I think he's gonna beat me. Something here. Bust. Bastard.
And let's drink to the future of Lady Yitka. May her marriage to Lord Capon bring her happiness.
They're young. How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanush? Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that?
All hail Jobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger. I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at least discuss with Hanush where the wedding will take place?
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course. It's the pride of our family. We can fit in 3 times more people than here, and that still wouldn't be much.
Ah, but there are 2 castles in Rattay. I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Rattay? Well, I ought to look into that then.
But deal with him yourself, though. I won't be your gent's messenger anymore.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, my lady.
It's easy for you to say.
Okay.
You don't have to listen.
Juan.
What kind of name is Bruce Phallus anyway?
They're all needed in the morning.
white'll be good. If I spill it on myself, it won't sting.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Is that von Berghoff?
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Jesus! The surrounding Christian! He can't make it on his own!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Oh, I ain't got much left. Real stupid.
Cover your head, damn it!
Oh, that was that was a disaster.
Jesus! The surrounding Christian! He can't make it on his own!
Hey! Come and help me with this bastard! No one's hurt here! You got him! Stand your ground! Wake up! Storm coming! Brace yourselves!
Well, why am I back here? Oh, wait a second. Who am I? Oh, it's Henry. Can't switch outfits in combat. Oh, that's a bunch of baloney.
Hey, now you're fucked up. Keep it up. Yeah, don't spare him.
For an ass kicking, you piece of shit!
Nice.
Done here, Horsons. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Jobst long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but... not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
At least it was over quick. Though, you almost took Hinnock of Punchbowl.
Damn. That dry devil is as tough as old boots. If a horse fell on me, I wouldn't get up again.
Didn't even spare the animal.
My tempter lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning. Well, your horse. I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire. Maybe he'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
They didn't even spare the animal.
My tempter lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning. What about your horse? I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire. Maybe he'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already. God's punishment or not, brought you on himself. Watch him. He's as greedy as a pig. And Hinnock is... Well, leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Poor animal. Handsome.
System still in combat tells him not to shout about the threat to the Jews.
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher and hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
But what if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a young one. He's not going to come forward.
Put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning. What about your horse? I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire. Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
They didn't even spare the animals.
What will happen to his lordship now?
We have to take care of him, Sir Christopher. Otherwise, we'll have all that without
Ready for that yet? He's down here drinking still.
And prove that this alliance isn't just a farce.
It's easy for you to say. Your fortress is safe.
I don't think any of us expected that.
So what?
And they must have been
Any one of us
surprised
could have come
too.
to a bad end.
They were only going
I think it'd be best to get out of here as fast as
Did I not tell you? Should not he'll live, right?
But I still insist that it was necessary.
Reveal gate. We could easily have ended.
You wanted to talk to me?
I did. Because...
Just tell him.
You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I have to tell Liechtenstein, but then we'll set off right away.
Go and tell him, but hurry.
I wish I were back at the Solomon.
I knew he was going to be tough. But he'll live, right?
He was covered in blood, but most of it probably wasn't his.
Thank God for small mercies. Otherwise, Rabosh would be left without a law.
No one knows where they took order in. The others don't mourn just yet. Did I say anything like that? Young Sir Christopher came out of it.
But he'll live, right?
He should.
Doing our work.
Should. He was covered in blood, but most
Small mercies. Otherwise, Rabosh would be left without a law.
no one knows where they took order in.
Must find out about this.
Hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a young one. He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only hope. Like this. God's punishment or not.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on.
You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Owlet surprised even the king.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna
His
of
wife,
Volstein
his betrothed.
and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Samuel already knows. And he's ready to go.
In that case, we'll set off immediately.
I'm going with the rest of our people to Devil's Den. So don't leave me hanging, all right? Stay strong.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
I can't change outfits in combat. Seems unwise.
Perish. Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too. Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
Are you surprised? It's all my fault. If they weren't helping me...
That droid of Sigismund, may his name be erased. would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
We really should pick up the pace.
All right. Schnell! Schnell!
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sheol.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough. Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have.
Much better. That's what I thought.
Have found the passageway.
I would be happier if we could do without it.
We all would, lad. But it has been decided as punishment for our marriages.
You killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Nothing, I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up, little kurva. My arse is getting numb.
Got a little bug here.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happier if we could do without it.
We all would, lad.
I don't know. Maybe it's.
You killed our savior.
What did you just say?
Nothing, I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up, little kurva. My arse is getting numb.
Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
Do you think we're going to make it in time? To find the papers? Save the people?
I pray we can, Henry. There's nothing more I can do. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now?
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
Yeah. More than once, I reckon.
A lot more, I can tell you. But I admit, I was afraid every single time. Damn it!
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I think there's someone walking up there.
Go and check it out. If they took anything down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
Moses. Uh-oh.
Always a pleasure talking to you. Don't you ever get the feeling we're on the wrong side?
Why the fuck do you serve Eric then, if you're scared shit?
What do you expect me to do? Go up to him and tell him I'm leaving?
Aye, that ain't a good idea. I knew a bloke who tried that.
And what happened to him?
I don't know, actually. I saw him go to Eric's cave to give him a piece of his mind. Never saw him come out.
Bugger this goddamn thing here. If we go back empty-handed, Eric will give us a bollocking again. Damn it.
This don't look like no spy's lair.
Bad luck! No chance! Take that!
Missouri.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mother? Is she all right?
She is, thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamardes. This Eric is really pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
There'll be plenty of time for that later. We have to go now.
I'm sure Mama is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here...
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
I gotta get rid of that crap.